Is that how you're going to start it?
Yeah. I'm Riley.
I'm Carly.
That's Carl. And this is Our Day as a Donor. As you can see, Carl is in a new spot.
Yeah. I'm at my boyfriend's, which I basically live here anyway, so don't look at my bed.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It looks cute. I like that chair.
It's his chair. Everything here is his. It's all his. I gotta bring my own stuff.
It's all hit. I love it. And I am nasally once again, so if you hear me sniff or wipe my nose, no you didn't.
Ignore it.
Ignore it.
I feel like I don't have much to say right now. I feel like I'm all over the place.
That's okay.
Riley's being impersonated by somebody. So I'm dealing with that today.
Can you believe it? Yeah, we had
No.
to deal with that. There's some
loser on the
to impersonate
internet.
me. And I think they're from my Snapchat. They have to be from my Snapchat because they're talking about my plants. They know my home address, which
They have to know
I'm like,
you then.
I know, because Carly's like, this is the address they're using. And I'm like, that's my address, Carl.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very creepy.
I don't, like, what would they get out of that? What would they get out of using my address? They should be using, like, their own address.
That's what I thought, right?
Right?
Anyways,
I know, when I saw that.
the person they were talking to is sending you a birthday card from the sounds of it. So
Who's sending me a birthday card?
the person they were talking to, that was that. I don't want to say his name, but the guy that
Let's name
told
him
me.
Greg.
Okay,
So
Greg.
this impersonator is talking to Greg. So Greg is sending that fake a birthday
No,
card?
he's sending you a birthday card because he's got that address.
Oh, dear God.
So you'll be getting a birthday card.
Oh, dear God. This is so creepy. It's just like, I'm really not that exciting. I do
Yeah,
plants
I don't
and I
know.
read.
They're trying to
and I
get
take
money out of
naps.
people. That's what they're doing, which is
Yeah,
shitty
and-
because then people are gonna be like, "I sent you money," and you're gonna be like, I've never talked to you in my life."
Right? And they obviously have to use like a fake thing for the money too.
Yeah, they were trying like Zelle and whatever else you guys have there.
I've never heard of that one.
I've heard of Zelle. I can't remember what else, but anyways, they were
Really?
like, yeah, they were asking him to send them money over Zelle. $500 is what they asked for birthday gifts, so they could buy a new dress and something else. Is what they said.
Okay. There's the red flag right there. I don't wear dresses.
There you go. They said like a birthday
don't wear
dress and like
dresses.
presents or something like that. I can't remember, but
I mean, I was posting my Amazon wish list on my Snapchat, but that's because people bought me presents last year.
that's
People
different
just do
also.
that. Yeah. I mean, it's like, don't ask people for money. That's illegal.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, don't do that.
I know.
Like, if they posted their actual address,
Then
we could really,
that's why I was
like-
like, oh, maybe they can find them because I saw like your town name, so I was like, maybe it's a different address, but
right. Yeah, I read the address over and over, and I was like, wait, do they live, like, right next to me? No, it's my address.
maybe it's your mom. Your mom's scamming people.
Could you imagine?
No.
She wouldn't
Anyways,
have any
stop
clue how to
scamming
do
people.
that.
Y'all suck.
Yeah, stop scamming people. Yeah, that's
Oh
illegal.
no!
Don't
I
be
just
weird.
closed a tab. Ah! How do you do things on here?
Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Don't do
Carl's on a PC, so she's having a little bit issues.
I think I found it. Okay. Ugh,
I'm so nasally, it's ridiculous.
disgusting. Well, good thing I'm reading. You'll be fine. You want to
Oh,
start
perfect.
small or start big or start in the middle?
Let's do the big one.
Okay.
I
They're
kinda
not
want the big
huge,
one.
but they're all advice related. Okay.
Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
This one was posted 3 months ago in
Ooh.
Donor Conceived. It's titled DNA Relative Drama Rant. And then advice, support, empathy. I don't think we've read this one. No, we couldn't have. It's 3 months ago. Apparently, I don't know what
Yeah,
the
right.
heck I'm saying. Okay. Background. I found out I was donor conceived a couple years ago when I was 33. My Dad blurted out to me, "I'm not your real father, you know," in the car the first time seeing him since COVID. He and my mom are still happily married, but as a group, we are not good at talking about anything hard. When I talked to my mom later, he had clearly not told her he was going to tell me, and I ended up oh my God, I cannot speak. And I ended up comforting her. I just need to take a deep breath. She was really freaked out I would reject them because she had read stories about adults who found out they were DC and felt like they had been lied to their whole lives, which, spoiler, is true. I reassured her it wouldn't change anything, and it hasn't, except that my dad and I are closer now than we've maybe ever been. Anyway, after doing Ancestry and 23andMe, someone messaged me saying we were showing up as first cousins, but she had never heard of me and was quite confused. She gave me her uncle's email address, and after some back and forth, I learned that we have the same bio dad, so we're actually half-sisters, and I have 2 more half-sisters. Now, here's the tricky part. She and her dad are estranged. They haven't talked in years. He and I actually ended up meeting, and I don't particularly like him. We have extremely different political beliefs, and I just don't have time for that. He very clearly wants more of a relationship with me than I want with him, probably in part because he's estranged from his daughters. He asked me that I not tell his daughters that we're half siblings until he has a chance to talk to them. But my impression is they don't answer his calls, so I really have no idea when, if that will actually happen. I don't know details of why they're estranged. When I found all this out, I kind of faded talking to my half-sister, and I felt really... Oh, my God. I can't speak. You're going to have to cut that whole thing right there.
Okay.
I'm starting this sentence again. Okay. When I found all this out, I kind of faded talking to my half-sister, and I feel really, really guilty. I didn't feel like I could have a relationship with her knowing we were half-sisters and her thinking we were first cousins. I have no interest in keeping secrets about DNA, as I'm sure all of you can understand. Smiley face. I also don't want to cause further pain to their family, so I want to respect my donor's wishes and not tell them before he's able to explain. From the bits that I've talked to her and seen on social media, she seems like someone I'd want to know. I'm an only child, and I always wanted sisters. I'll always be an only child, but also having half-sisters who look like me and I have a connection with sounds just really freaking cool. I feel a little like a rock in a hard place. This all happened over a year ago, and I'm still thinking about it. The heartache of knowing I have half-sisters, but I'm unable to talk to them about it, is not something I anticipated. My friends are amazing and supportive, but there really isn't much they can say because none of them have gone through anything like this. Oddly enough, my very significant ex has a sister who is DC and had a doc made about it with her other DC siblings. Who? Me. No. However, the relationship with my ex did not end well, and I haven't spoken to them since. I didn't find out I was DC until after the breakup. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. Once I started writing this post, it poured out of me and got a lot longer than I expected. If anyone has words of advice or support, I think I'm really aching for that. I want to know what the DC is about.
Right? I was going to say, look that up.
Yeah. What's your advice, Riley?
It's kind of like how ours were in the beginning, right?
I mean, sorta. They said, the first comment, which I'm pretty sure I've seen this person comment before, it's Vegemite Fairy. I think they're pretty active in this community. They said, personally, I tell the sisters the truth. I pick my siblings over the donor always. I hope you find the right choice for you. I don't get why you wouldn't. Like, what do you owe the donor?
I
Nothing.
agree.
You have a relationship with these other people. They probably want to know too.
Yeah. I think the siblings are... I don't know. I just feel like you can relate to them more.
Yeah, and like if you don't care to have a relationship with your donor, who cares?
Right. Like I talk to you more than I talk to Grant.
Yeah, not that we don't want to talk to Grant, but it's just like...
Yeah, it's just like Grant's like he's like an uncle.
He's also older than us, obviously,
right.
But like I don't talk to my mom as much as I talk to you. Like...
Right. Yeah.
I'd say talk to them.
Yeah. And that's kind of the same thing that I was doing. I was just like only child, wanted like siblings, found some, and I think it's super cool. I like it.
This person said, there's not a lot of comments, there's literally only like 4. This person said, I would treat this how I would treat any don't tell X about this situation. Give them some time, and if they don't use that time to tell them, then you've done your due diligence. I found out about being DC before my brother did, and my parents asked me not to tell him. He's got a bit of a hot temper until they found a time to talk to him. I gave them some time. It was clear that was never going to happen, so I went ahead and told him. Donor conception is a bit of a tricky situation, especially at the time you were conceived. Doctors were telling the donors that there was no way that anyone could ever find out who they were. Respect your donor's wishes to a degree, but understand that you have right in this weird relationship as well. Fuck your donor. I'm just kidding.
I mean, not actually. Don't do
But
that.
if you
That's illegal.
no, but if you want to have a don't even say that. If you want to have a relationship with them and tell them the truth, they're gonna be upset that you didn't tell them if you knew. Also, so
Yeah, and also don't wait so long to tell them because it's just
it's been 3 months. I hope they
not work.
I hope they. I'm gonna comment. Any updates? Just kidding.
Do you comment on posts like that?
No.
Oh,
I don't. I'm scared. Where does it work?
you should.
I know. And then the only other comment I was going to read was, siblings have been the one true joy for me in finding this out. A sister is a very big deal. In my honest opinion, no one has the right to tell you that you can't connect with your sister for what she is. If she doesn't want contact, and that's one thing, but your donor doesn't get to decide whether you pursue that relationship together. Your connection with your sister belongs to the two of you. It's sacred and beautiful. I would give him a little time, sounds like you already have, and if he doesn't tell her, I just inform him politely that that's what you're choosing to do if you feel it's the right thing. If you don't think it's right, then don't do it. I'm just a guy on the internet, so don't let me sway you. But I do think it's your call, not his. Trust your instincts on what to do. I would do
I
it.
agree. I agree. I think siblings are, like, the best.
Yeah.
I mean, some of ours don't talk to us. But,
More talk to you than they talk to me. Still butthurt.
well, that's probably why people are impersonating me, because I'm just so cool.
And
I'm
just
kidding.
tell me I'm not cool. I'm going to
It's,
find a different sister to be best friends with. I've got a million of them, so.
We probably do. No. I don't want to pick favorites of sisters, but obviously Carl's my favorite. We have don't tell favorites. The other ones.
We have 2 favorites, the new one.
Shh. Yeah.
She might. I gotta stop
like
doing
her.
weird things when I'm on the camera. I like her too. Shout out to. So just bleep every time you've heard that letter, plus that other name you just said, or just cut this whole part. I don't know. It's a lot.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I was gonna say,
That's-
I can't remember if I asked you this. The one sibling that you talk to, that doesn't talk to me, for some reason I can see her Snapchat. I can't remember if I told you this or not. So when she posts to her like public story on Snapchat, I can see it. It's like one of my subscriptions.
Yeah, because you're friends with her and she's not friends with you.
I wonder if she knows that I can see it. Probably not.
I wonder.
And then
I haven't talked to her in so long.
Really? I don't understand why she lets the podcast account follow her. Because, like, I know it's not clear that I'm the one that's, like, on it a lot more than you are. I don't think that's clear. But, like, I'm clearly also on it. Like, it's not just you. So I don't understand why she follows that account.
Right.
Blocked me. And
I don't know. I don't know why she's being, like, a hater to you. Like,
I don't know.
Oh, why? Because I'm the first one that showed up? Technically, I'm
I know,
not
that's
in
the thing. Like,
one.
what if I was the one that showed up? Then she would have just blocked you.
I mean, I guess.
It's so weird. I wonder if she listens
But
to this. Probably not.
I don't know. I mean, I would. If 2 other of our siblings had a podcast, I'd be all over that.
Yeah, me too.
But I also wouldn't be sketchy about it. I'd be like full support. Like bring me on as like a co-host.
Oh my god. Do you think our new one wants to come on? We're asking you right
so
now.
fun.
If you want to come on, let us know. We know you listen.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Does she have a different time zone too?
She's the same as me.
Oh, good. I was like, oh, could you imagine?
Another one? Yeah.
Another one?
Oh, Frag, that reminds me. We were supposed to be on a podcast and I forgot to reschedule with the guy.
Carl.
We were supposed to do it last week and I rescheduled and then I was like, are you available like this week? And then I just forgot to respond. Oh, we have a new follower.
Crap.
Donor Kind Podcast. Ooh. Oh, it's in.
Yeah, I'd say Carly is more active on our Instagram, but that's just because Carly's like, she's like all over Instagram, like all the time. I've probably posted like maybe 2 pictures in the last year on Instagram. I don't know why. I'm just like not about Instagram. But if we had a Snapchat, I would be all over that.
Yeah.
All over it.
Okay, he never responded. He said, I will check my agenda and retext. We also have a request. No, it's not a real one. It's a fake one. Get away from me.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Are you ready for the next one?
Yes. Number 2.
Okay. We've only got 3, so.
Ooh.
I mean, we're already 17 minutes.
Where do you see that?
I don't know if you can see it on yours, but it's at the bottom of mine where I can hit stop recording. And there's a time bar. Because you're a guest, I don't know if you can see it. But we are now 17:48. Okay.
Ooh.
This one's short and sweet. It's got a lot of not a ton of comments. There's some comments from OP, but it looks like it is from a recipient parent. So, and it was posted 2 months ago. So the title is, would it be better to use the same donor for 2 kids or separate and have one related to both parents? Hi, I hope the title makes sense. My wife and I are about a year out from starting our journey into parenthood. We both want to care. Oh, okay. I'm assuming it's a lesbians now that I am reading it. We both want to carry, and so donors are a topic of discussion at the moment. We have a mutual friend who is happy to supply sperm for both rounds. He will be the donor for my wife regardless. However, my wife has brought up her brother being my donor, so the baby has relations to both parents, her niece/nephew biologically. I like the idea of the baby looking like the both of us, and her brother is all for it, but I worry. Would it be more beneficial for both babies to have the same biological father? I worry that one might feel more outcasted, especially if they end up looking like their bio father. Anyone have any advice or experience, studies, or anything? Thank you. Oh.
So they're asking about two different
donors. Yeah, so basically, if I was a lesbian and I had a partner and my best friend donated to me, but then my brother donated to my partner.
How would the family tree link up then? That would be, I don't know.
It'd be technically my niece or nephew by blood, but it's my child because I'm raising it. And then the other one would be just like my best friend's niece or nephew. Does that make sense?
I kind of like both. I don't know.
And
they would each carry one. Whoa. The cat just knocked something over.
Oh, I was like, what
cat.
Yeah, they both want to be pregnant is the thing here. But I don't know. I feel weird because the one that's from the best friend might feel outcasted because, like, or maybe not. Like, if they end up, they're both going to have DNA from the family.
Why can't they? Oh, never mind.
So, I was thinking that too. I was like, why can't they? Yeah, I did that too. Yep. I thought the exact
from the
thing.
brother.
But they both could get it from the friend.
That's true.
It just, one wouldn't be related to the mom. Like the one mom, basically. But it would.
It would.
Never mind. It would, yeah. It was just one.
Yeah, so there's just like one guy goes to this lady and then goes to that lady.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, yeah. they wouldn't be related to both moms, so it's so hard. So,
no. They wouldn't anyway. Oh, the first way they would, technically.
The first way they would technically be, but then the other mom, the other one wouldn't both be related to them.
Right. So it'd only work like halfway, pretty much, if they did the first way.
Yeah, regardless, it's one of them's going to feel outcasted.
Yeah.
It's either the one that's not related to them. My brain is starting to hurt. But either way, one of them's going to feel outcasted, I feel like.
Wow. That's quite a decision. I don't know. Hopefully they just get twins right off the bat.
My sister and I were conceived using different donors, and it never bugged me. I've noticed it bugs her on the occasion, but it's been pointed out we are half siblings, but it doesn't seem to bother her beyond a minor annoyance. I've never cared. She's obviously still my sister and the only one I grew up with and shared parents with. ETA, I have 2 moms, and one of them is in no way related to my sister, either my sister or I. We have never cared or thought twice about it. She's our mom. She's very much wanted to experience pregnancy and birth and still has some grief that she couldn't, but she has told me that she now realized that was not really important now that she has raised 2 children. I'm closer with her than I am with my biological mom. If you're doing IVF, there's no reason she couldn't carry an embryo made with your egg and her brother's sperm. But that seems like, wouldn't you get,
gotta cut that out too.
If it was her egg and her brother's sperm, even if it's not in her, wouldn't you still have problems, like incestual problems that can happen?
Oh, 1,000%.
Because it's not the act of sex that makes it
Yeah.
the problems. It's the mixing of the DNA.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't be confused. The act does make it not okay also.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
it's
no, I
weird.
get it. No, I get that. Yeah, that'd be a lot of mental stuff.
Oh,
happen.
I like this one. As a DCP, I would vote her brother and you for both. You get full siblings and DNA from both moms. This includes full medical history and seeing dad at family events, even if it's not dad. And someone commented, I absolutely agree. I'm a DCP here, and I'm from an anonymous donor, and that sucks a lot. I think it would be very difficult, and I would get very jealous if my brother had the opportunity to be surrounded by biological family, and I had this big fat question mark of where it came from. It's not something that's on the forefront of my mind, but it's tough not having someone you look like at a family gathering or looking through family photos. Opie said she wants to carry 2, and I'm not interested in doing it more than once, lol. Otherwise, that would absolutely be the preferred way of doing it. And the person responded, I'm not judging you, but having kids becomes about them, not you. I have a brother who is my other mom's. I love him, but I wish he was genetically mine. My wife is very old-fashioned in her views of motherhood in some ways. She just wants to experience pregnancy, yet so do I. Honestly, she toyed with the idea of being a surrogate for a long time before I told her I want a kid. I'm carrying first, so I guess she can decide whether she wants to do it herself or not. And then someone commented, experiencing pregnancy is not a good reason to have a child. We are not products here to fulfill your personal desire. We are people.
That is true.
It is. That's the thing. I feel like when a lot of these stories, we always see like the parents being like, but we want to do so bad. And it's like they don't look at how it affects the kids. Like I had somebody reach out and they're like, I want to donate this was a long time ago, but they're like, I want to donate my eggs because I don't want to have kids, but I feel like someone should use them. And I'm like, well, are you open to them knowing you? She's like, no, I want to do anonymous. And I'm like, then don't do it. And she's like, well, why not? I'm like, because that's a human being that is going to come to you, is going to want to find you, and you just decided that, no, they can't. Like, and it's like, well, but I'm helping someone else. And it's like, okay, let someone else help them out, because, like, it's not a puppy, like it's a person that's gonna live for 80 plus years. Like,
it's also not something you just like think about having be your good deed of the day. Like that's not gonna just be
that's not your good deed. Go donate to a homeless shelter or something. Go spend some time.
Go donate blood. We have lots of it.
Go donate blood. Go volunteer your time at a freaking SPCA. Anything. Like, this is completely different. I honestly do not understand
this
people.
is
and
like,
especially when I'm sitting there telling you not to do it. And you're like, but I'm helping someone. I'm like, you're not though.
You're not. Because
you're helping a couple.
So much worse.
Yeah, like, I get you think you're helping a couple, which you are, but like 30 years from now when someone comes to find you, like that comes back on you and you've just caused trauma. So I will stand by that. I will die on that hill.
Right. I agree. Also, people can adopt kids if they want them that bad.
As a DCP, I recommend having the children be full siblings if possible. It can be alienating enough not feeling like a traditional family because they put traditional in quotes only because it's 2 moms. I mean, it's not traditional, but it's more common now. But having a full sibling can be a comfort. My sister is my half sister technically, and it's weird. See, okay, that is weird. Someone else put adopt. And then someone said, adoption is expensive and inherently predatory. And then someone said, so is donor conception, lol. And then someone commented, expensive, so you're looking for cheap alternatives. Predatory, not willing to risk your well-being to help a child. Maybe children are not the right move for you. I suggest you start with a goldfish, see how that goes.
Wow.
Eek. I mean, they did come to Donor Conceived asking for opinions, and like you're going to get, Vegemite Fairy's back. My sister's my half-sister technically, and it's weird. It's not weird, like, but if these people have the option for them to be both related, and the only reason they're not doing it is because like we both want to experience pregnancy, okay, then flip it to the other side, and your wife does it, and you only use your best friend's sperm. Like, it's just like a little selfish, I feel like.
You could also just have that other woman carry it. Like,
that's true.
Like, be
they
like
could,
a
they
surrogate.
could opposite it.
Yeah. That would
yeah,
work.
because it could just be like Yeah, it would be like her wife's sperm with her brother's donor, but it's in her. So she's basically just an incubator. They could do that.
I mean, that would be expensive, but I mean, how
the
bad do you want a kid?
way. That's what I don't get. Like, she's like, adoption is expensive. Okay, so is like donor conception. Like, I don't know where you are, but like, take my mom for example. She could only try, I think it was 2 times that it was free, and then after that they had to start paying like outrageous amount of money.
Oh yeah, my mom tried for. I worked on the 13th month. They found out. So I have to tell Grant this. Technically, it worked once for my mom already. It happened like either the first or second month, and then she lost it. And then she tried again like months later, and then I worked on the 13th month, which I always remember because 13th is my favorite number. But
So
I know, it's wild. It is expensive. It's insane. It's not covered by insurance.
yeah.
Because it's like a choice, so it's not usually like a medical thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if people know much about it, but I mean, it depends how old the woman is too, because my mom was 37 when she had me. So she had to get like shots and all this stuff, and that's not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you step foot into the doctor's office and it's like $2,000 right there.
Right. Yeah. Need to take more time to think about it. I mean, it was supposed to 2 months ago, but it's like they were asking for advice and then like didn't like any of the answers they were gotten. But like you're posting, there's like there's different like groups they can post in. So there's like Ask a DCP, which is like literally just if you want to ask donor conceived people instead of donor conceived, because donor conceived is like more of a support page, and then like recipient parents come in and ask questions and then like don't like what they're getting told, and it's like you came into this group where people have trauma and ask dumb fucking questions when you shouldn't have. Like, it's just stupid.
People just don't think. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to move Willow.
I haven't gone. Willow.
Well, she's falling asleep in my arms, but she was snoring, and she's like 3 inches from the mic, so it's gonna be a thing.
I don't think I am in Ask a DCP, but I never go into that one, so maybe our next episode I'll do that one.
Yeah, I kind of like that one. That one's probably like
and I'm sure there's like thousands of crap
yeah.
in here. This is the last one, also like a advice one, I guess, or opinions.
Yes.
And it was also posted 3 months ago.
Ooh.
Okay. The title is Found Out Who My Donor Is. Need opinions on telling donor siblings.
Ooh.
My mouth is so dry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's okay.
I, 29 female, completed an ancestry DNA test, and within 36 hours had traced out who my sperm donor was. Woo! I reached out through a family member of his. I know. And I'm waiting to hear back. I'm fully prepared and kind of expecting the donor to want no contact, and I've told him I will understand and respect that decision, but would like basic family medical history at the very least. As far as my donor siblings, I already knew of 10 and met 2 of them years ago, but found 2 more thanks to that same DNA test. I sent messages to both new siblings, introduced myself, and asking to confirm our relationship. One of the siblings' DNA test was managed by someone else who I assumed was their mother. I got a message back today confirming our relationship, and then it was in fact their mother. She said her child is not wanting to meet anyone at this point, but shared that they are in college and would be interested in more information about the donor. Here's the part I want opinions on. I don't think I want to share what I know at this point. I want to wait until I know if the donor is up for contact so that I can let them know that at the same time I tell them all that I know. I also am not sure that I'm comfortable telling my donor sibling's mom info this instead of my donor sibling directly, especially since they're an adult. I know that people have weird reactions about this stuff, and I am paranoid that this mom won't actually pass the info on to her child. I wouldn't make them meet me in person or anything. I would just let them mom know that I do have more info on the donor and would be happy to pass it on to her child directly if/when they are open to some form of direct written communication. But I also don't want to make my sibling feel like I'm pressuring them to meet. I honestly am okay if I never meet or form a relationship with them. I just want to ensure they get the information that I have, or that they have a right to. What are people's thoughts on this? Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's kind of like
creeped
what we
up.
I know. It's the boy.
What are you doing? What doing?
What doing? Look at him.
What doing? Look over here.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Dad. Lost my train of thought.
Mm,
Do you have anything to say? Do you want me to read the first comment?
Yeah, I just think that's wild that they found the donor so fast. Like, that's insane.
Literally, it was like way too quick.
So I don't know if I followed correctly. Did the donor do the DNA test also?
No, it's the same as our situation where they reached out
Right.
through.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, big yawn.
it technically worked for us that way too. If we would have done 23andMe first,
Yeah,
it
that's true.
literally would have been just as fast because I think
I'm glad we didn't, though.
Could you imagine that would have been? I just got goosebumps. That would have been like way too much going on.
Especially like with me not knowing. Like imagine like 4 siblings popped up and then like an uncle.
You would have been so
confused. Because like I would have been like, does my dad have a long lost brother?
Right? Because it said the last name on there too. That's how I could track it down so easily. And I think it was within the day that we found out. Like we made contact to Grant within the day. That's insane.
Yeah, definitely. Imagine I would have just been like, I don't think we would be as close as we are because I would have just been like, this is too much for me.
Yeah,
bye.
I think you would have been very like closed off about it too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. It happened literally in like the best way. Like everything just kind of went boop, 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 boop. Nothing was too crazy.
Yeah.
Perfect. Look at him creeping up behind
I think
you.
you're... Is he?
Yeah.
Hey. What are you doing?
He jumped.
Oh. I hope this gets in the video.
I'll post it.
Puppies. Come here. He's being a dickhead right before I came on.
Oh,
He was
no.
like trying to walk on the...
Yep.
Trying to walk on the keyboard.
Look at the boy. Oh, he's so cute.
Oh. So cute. I love him.
He's so cute.
Can you sit down?
That's funny. You got a cat and I got dogs.
I literally said to Kaylin, I was like, when I move here, can you get me a puppy? And he went, we'll see. And then I went, probably a bad idea because we both work and you're in school.
I'll come watch it.
I just want a puppy.
I love puppies. Puppies are hard, especially if you're not home. It would take you'd be so frustrated. It would take forever to train.
The other thing is we're like on a 3-story walk up.
Oh, heavens.
If the dog has to pee, I don't want to walk all the way downstairs.
And to like train them, it's like every 30 minutes just like putzing outside.
No.
By the time I got back up those stairs, I'd have like 10 minutes left by the time I got back up those stairs.
Could not.
I can't imagine that. What do you do if you have a lot of groceries? Just like, that's your workout for the day?
We don't buy like a ton of groceries at a time, thankfully.
Oh.
We get like enough for like the week and a bit, like little small extra things, but we buy a lot of like fresh like produce and stuff. So yeah, we go like once a week, once every 2 weeks, and it's literally just like we'll go together. So it's a couple bags.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Otherwise,
I wouldn't like that walk though.
No, especially when I actually move here, I think I'll die.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to carry all your stuff up.
No, I'm hiring a moving company. Fuck that.
Are you? How funny.
Oh.
I made my
Target
Target
friend
order.
that I haven't seen.
Ooh.
I'm going out with a friend from high school that I haven't seen probably since high school. Like I've seen her the last couple of weeks, but she moved up here like last year, I think she said.
Oh wow.
And so Kayla and I are going out for dinner with them at like this really good restaurant that has tacos and stuff. So
send me pictures. Fine.
I'm excited. I will.
I'm like the pickiest eater on the planet. I don't say I'm a picky eater. I just don't like trying food. Like, I have found that I do like a lot of food. It's just getting myself to try it is I just can't do it.
I feel like 90% of the things I've shown you, you've liked.
Yeah. And
I've been like, it's fine. You'll like it. And you're like, yeah, I think I will. And then you're like, I'm just going to try it.
You know why? I trust you, though, because you, like, I remember when we were in your kitchen and you were trying to get me to try mushrooms, which I did. And I did like them, like a little bit. I wouldn't like seek them out, but if they were in something, I wouldn't pick them out. I was like, relate a mushroom to something I like texture or like taste kind of, and you did that, and I was like, okay, now I'm not as scared. But then people are like, try this. I'm like, I
don't even know what you're handing me.
Yeah, I'm like, I want you to relate it to something. I don't know why. It's all in my head, but it's just like,
That's why I told Kellen he should start a food YouTube.
Yes.
And like we would do it together so that when like he's doing stuff because he's like, I'm not a good teacher because I don't explain everything. I'm like, but I'll ask questions so that, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I know how to do like small things, but I'm like,
right.
If you tell me to do something and I don't even know what that word means, I'm going to ask you. Instead of people like watching a video and then like a chef says a word and they're like, then they have to go look it up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, we'll just make videos together and then it'll be fun and cute. And then I get to eat it and review it after.
You guys should do that on TikTok because the time went up, right? Can't you do like 10-minute videos now or something?
Yeah, that's true. We could. And I even was like, we could go to like a restaurant and like go do reviews based on like a normal person and then like a chef, like who understands what things should taste like.
Yes.
Right?
Do that. That would be so cool.
I don't know if I've pitched that idea to him, but I would do that.
Wait, seriously, tell him.
Because I know I should. Because if we go, like if we went, say tonight, we go somewhere and I'm like, this is a good taco. And then he'd be like, oh, well, this wasn't like braised right. Or this was like, And I'd be like, but for me, normal taste buds, 10 out of 10. And he'd be like, 7 out of 10. It'd be perfect.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd eat, like, I see the food that he makes you, and I'm like, I don't know what any of that is, but it's like, he works at, like, a restaurant that's, like, up here, and he'll, like, critique, like, every kind of restaurant below that, because he's used to his, so I feel like he can't eat, like, he wouldn't eat at, like, Taco John's, or, like...
I don't know what that is, but we had Popeyes yesterday, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, I mean, you guys wouldn't eat, like, Pizza
there.
Hut, or, like, Dairy Queen.
We would. No, he would.
I mean, would he? Does he, like, critique
He's not
it, though?
picky, like... No, he won't sit there. He knows what he's getting when he's there. He's like, it's not like he walks into Dairy Queen and is like, this needs to be way better.
Right,
like, no,
right.
he knows.
Yeah,
because
I'm
he
like,
knows what's being offered. He knows the
yeah.
skill level. Like, no,
I was gonna say,
even like I made him breakfast this morning. He's not gonna like be picky. Like someone's making him food,
Right.
But if we went somewhere and we were being like food critics, then like,
right,
you could base it. That gives you like two separate opinions to base it off of, right?
Oh my gosh, you know where you should start posting them? You don't get, okay, so I don't know if you remember, but Grant was telling us, and I even messaged him like maybe a week or two, not 2 weeks, or yeah, probably, anyway, couple weeks ago. And I was like, I remember this thing that you told me and Carly, and I had no clue what you were talking about, but now I'm doing it. It's the Google reviews. Do you remember he talked about that?
Mm-hmm.
So I do that now, and I'll go, like, I'll pull it up on my phone quick. It's just under, so I find mine under Google Maps. So you press on the Google Maps app, and then you press, like, contribute on the bottom, and then you do, like, it's called, like, a local guide, and I'm level 6 already.
Do you get paid for that?
You don't get paid for it, so I think it's just kind of like a...
I don't want to contribute if I'm not getting paid.
I know. That's what me and Grant were talking about, because, like, the businesses and Google, like, like, it's benefited from it, and we don't, but I think it's just, like, something cool to do, because since I've been doing it, my videos and pictures have been viewed over 70,000 times. So...
Wow.
I know. It's crazy. Like, here, I'll show it. Do you see all that?
Wow.
I know. It's kind of cool just to see, like, who's viewing what, and, like, because you post pictures at places you've been to, in, like, restaurants, and, like, the restaurants will comment back, and you'll get, like, emails about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me free food.
Right? So I think you guys should try that, especially him, because he, like,
I know. He knows what the fuck's going on.
Right? And you could take, like, super good pictures for these, like, places.
I could, yeah. We gotta go. Wrap it up. Tell everybody where they can find us.
Oh, all the places. YouTube. Everything is Our Day as a Donor. And if you message, you're probably going to get a message from Carl, because
Message us. Do it.
I don't message. Yeah, send us your stories because we've had those before where people have sent stories. I miss those.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun.
too.
The YouTubes, the TikToks, the Instagram. We have an email. It's ourdaysadoner@gmail.com. If you have any stories that you want to like, be like, Riley and Carl might like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Anyways, thanks so much. We are all over the place, aren't we?
we are.
Always.
But that's okay.
Agreed. All right. Well, we love you.
We do.
And let's pose real quick
see you later.
for the photo.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, we gotta pose real quick, and then just cut this when you edit it. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna hold
gonna
this.
hold the
You wanna
cat
hold it?
I'm gonna put the head up. Oh my god. Why does his face look like that? There we go.
Cute.
Stop looking up. Okay. Beautiful.
That's cute.
2, 1. Bye.
Bye.